Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the first game of the night. Team Echo going up against Team Eggs or Feed. As always, I'm going to introduce the boys on blue, while my buddy here is going to introduce the boys on red. So here we go. On the blue team, we have Oswald playing the Humbats jungle. Rakugaiku on the On-Her 80 carry. Sensei Seagull on the Vulcan. Marth 1993 on the support Gab. And last but not least, Hostel on the mid Janice.
And on Team Eggs or Feed, we have Hey J Games on Agni, Braid on wonderful Bastet, Squirts on Freya, Roly Poly on the Sylvanas, and Rejected God on the Bakasura.
How do you think this early game's gonna go?
So this early game is definitely in Team Echo's favor. Duo lane is going to be one on their part. Solo lane can kind of be standstill, but Vulcan's going to have the better clear, especially with that turret. And really, Boxer needs to be careful to not get chunked down too much by the turret. That's a big thing. Freya's going to do nothing early game. Bastet's got a great early game, and I mean all through mid to late game as well. But we're going to see some trouble with her if Freya needs help the whole game. That's what I'm afraid of. If we're having to see Bastet stay in left lane the whole game, that's going to be a big problem for solo lane or anyone else, because Freya or Bastet needs to be.
All right. We might see an invade from Bastet and Bakasura. They have the double hog, and the problem with running a mage in the solo lane is that you're gonna get invaded because you don't usually get Hand of the Gods on mages, especially not on somebody like Vulcan. So we're gonna see if that happens right now. We still have 20 seconds going into the game. The problem with Bastet is you said she's extremely good early game. However, in the early game, and what I mean by the early game is the first 3 levels, she's not that good. I mean, she hits her spike when
she's not. Yeah. Definitely not. She has to level her pounce quite a bit, which to clear the wave if she's laning. But in this instance, she wants she has to be really careful, because if she is going to get her bounce first or her pounce, and if she doesn't have anything after that though. So it can go the wrong way for her really fast.
Well, both these junglers don't really do much until they hit 5. So 5 is going to be the level where they have a power spike going for them. So we're gonna have to see. I expect a gank initiated by the Bastet on the dual lane, because you want to shut down, your dual lane 80 carry. You don't want that lane to snowball, because 80 carries hit extremely hard. And on her, we don't know how well he's gonna do yet, but we're just gonna have to see. And in the right lane, this is another problem with having a mage in the solo lane, is that you're gonna get out cleared first. Look at the wave already pushing the tower.
Yeah, which is interesting. I'm watching the dual lane at the moment as well, just kind of seeing Freya and Sylvanas get to lane a lot faster, and we're seeing Team Echo actually on their heels right now, all sitting at their towers. We'll see how long that lasts once they kind of get past the buffs and get this next wave coming in here as well. But it's going to be a little bit of a rough game for them actually in the early game, as we're seeing. If On-Her gets pulled right there, he would have been in a lot of trouble. He would have taken a lot of damage, not necessarily died, but look at Bastet already getting back camps for Eggs or Feed, securing those on Team Echo's side right there. Great call on her part to go back there and grab those. That's, when you're able to rotate that early and do that, you might as well. And then leech a little bit off the mid wave. We're seeing that quite a bit now, and they're probably going to go back and do their back camps together.
And this is the problem with Team Echo's draft, is that they're too defensive. Right now, On-Her's not doing too much in lane. She's getting outpushed by Sylvanas and Freya. I mean, that's to be expected. Sylvanas with the attack speed buff. I don't know if there's any AD carry in the game that can outpush that.
Yeah, that's rough. that clear is really good with him. And especially his one on top of that, can hit 3 people, the 3 creeps, excuse me, and then you can just sit there and chunk 3 more creeps with every auto like that. That's rough for him. So On-Her did get a lane clear buff, but they can stand in the way of it. If you want to take that damage, you can sit in between the 2 archers. A nice, we missed the pole there. It was really close, just a little bit out of range. But if you want to stand between the archers and the melee creeps, you can tank that for them. So that way they won't hit the archers, and that just totally out clears them then. We see a little bit of aggression mid lane right now. Hunbot's kind of aggressing on Agni right now. Giannis just chunking him down to under half health, not able to do anything. He just goes back under the tower. But that, out pushing him quite a bit. Vulcan's really just busting down Bakasura as well.
Oh, this is the problem. Like right now, Humbats isn't level 5 yet. If he was level 5, that's an easy kill. But this map is gonna get extremely scary for Echo because if you look at Bastet's level, Braid, cats are ready, and especially right now, mid camps are coming up. Bastet looks like she's gonna try to get Rice, but she's taking a lot of damage. She's not gonna unleash the cats right now. So I was expecting a fight in the mid camps. Hostile might go down to Agni. Agni's gonna drop first blood as he just bombs him down, and Oswald also took a ton of damage for that. So first blood going to eggs and feed. This snowball might be going. If you look at the graphs, they're already up 1,000 experience, 1,300 gold. That's a lot considering that we're only 3 minutes into this game.
Yeah, it was great. Just great plays there by Agni. Bastet poked him down just enough, and he knew that he could just walk over and just kind of chunk him down a little bit more. That's the kind of team coherence we need from these guys, especially having a Bastet, especially having a slower duo lane. Freya not dying though this early. We really need to see on her be aggressive and abuse the early game when she's alone in a wave like that and lane without Sylvanas. That's the time that he can be ill, but I just don't think he's going to be able to, especially because she has full health, pretty much full mana. They're both sitting that way too, but now Sylvanas is back in lane. He's going to have to sit on his heel. Not really. Look at Bastet right now, looking for those Hun bots. Hun bots covering the lane there. No, they're not going to be able to do anything. Cats are still up right now, so they maybe could dive with the Vomit and the cats. But why try it when they're just stealing? They're stealing. Bastet, well, Bastet waiting for something. There she goes. She goes for a speed buff right now, stealing Team Echo's speed buff. Bastet with a speed buff is scary, especially when it's not your speed buff. And there she successfully skills it. Looking at Humbot's gonna ultimate right now, going on the Boxer. A nice Vulcan ultimate as well, gonna secure rejected God down. Cats are gonna come out, going on Humbot's right now. He is to use the hog to try and clear him as fast as possible. Vulcan just gonna keep Bastet away, just doing too much damage with the meatball. Saves Giannis and the Hun bots there, just barely getting away. Great team support there by Sensei.
Everybody so far is extremely low, and I don't want to say that this is sort of time wasted from Braid, but thing is, you don't want to focus too much on the solo lane. Look at Blackster, he's level 7. Vulcan's level 7, but thing is, Vulcan fell pretty far behind at one point in time, so I want to see Braid go to the dual lane, because if you look at on her, he's getting pushed so hard. Freya is where she's gonna sort of come online right now. She's got decent clear, and you can't really gank her because she has extremely good turnaround potential. If you misplay it, then she's gonna take to the sky and pretty much kill you.
Yeah, and then that's the rough thing about Freya. I mean, we really needed to see a kill on Freya before her first back, and we're just not seeing any aggression in dual lane. Really from either team, which is great for eggs or feed because they just want to farm up. They're not really looking for that kill right away unless they can get it, but it's really hard to secure it. But Wirtz is already level 8. Like that's pretty rough. That's pretty fast to be Freya level 8 at 6 minutes in right there. Definitely can get Haste and Fatalis probably on her first back, which is really going to help that lane clear quite a bit. We're seeing a little bit of aggression in midways right now. Giannis for his life. Count's going to come out, just going to back off, just securing those mid camps for eggs or feed.
We're not seeing too much aggression, only 1-1 right now. I expect to see more aggression from Eggs and Feed because they have an extremely aggressive early game lineup, especially with the Sylvanas and Bastet, but Bastet hasn't been using her cats off cooldown, and this is... I don't want to say this is a problem, but the thing is, Echo has... I mean...
We might go and be forcing a gold fear right now. They are going to force... So this is kind of what you were just talking about. Making that early aggression. They're not necessarily looking for kills. They're just going to steal this Gold Fury. And no one knows it on Team Echo right now. They have no wards on the Gold Fury. This is an easy Gold Fury for Eggs or Feed forward there, and they just took it at 7 minutes in. That was amazing. Like,
they had a sentry ward on it. They burned it. Yeah, but the thing is, Team Echo should have expected it because nobody was on the map.
No one was there. Yeah. If you don't see anyone in mid and you just saw 4 people in mid or 3 people in mid and now they disappeared into the left side of the map, where are they going? They're going to the Gold Fury. Like, that's exactly, you want to check it. And I mean, if you look at Eggs or Feed's ward coverage right now, they have 5 wards. They had 1 expired. They had 5 wards in the left area. They had that. That was their Gold Fury easily. That was just good calls by them, and we're maybe seeing a little aggression in dual lane right now. Freya just chunking Geb down, kind of getting in a bad position. Has a full wave there. Shield's on cooldown right now, but it's going to take a little bit to chunk him down. Freya now with Haste and Fatalis, does more damage, but not enough to chunk him down fast without getting killed by Anher, getting aggressed on by Anher at least.
So far, both of the junglers have been playing extremely passively. But heading into the late game, Humbats is extremely good late game, but Bastet isn't bad either. Bastet's more bursty, whereas Humbats is more auto-attacky. Actually, let's talk about late game. Who do you favor?
Freya is stupid late game. Insanely, she's gross, and Bakasura can be pretty good. Mid game, late game, he falls off a little bit, but depending on your build, but he's still really good late game. Well, Agni late game is disgusting. Like that hurts so much. Look at right now, Agni looking to maybe gank this when bots. Bakasura kind of messing with him, but he's not actually going to go for it. Oh, there he goes back. He's just kind of baiting it right now. We're going to see one bomb come out, and he jumps out of the stun. It misses all 3 bombs there. Kind of a misplay there by Agni. If he would have landed all those plus a stun, Bakasura probably could have dove with the ult and really gone for something right there. But they definitely would have secured it. But look at everyone grouping up in the mid lane right now. This is all for the speed buff. Bastet has the timer.
Alright, and there's going to be engagement right now as we see them going. This is a 2v1, this is a 2v3 right now. Brady is in some trouble, he's going to lose all his health. Oswald's going to take that kill. Agni can't do anything as he walks out, and Bakasura is extremely low. So that was an extremely risky engagement. Humbat's ultimate plus Vulcan ultimate, that is a lot of burst. And let's go back to that Freya talk. You said she is disgusting late game, and I agree, she is disgusting, however, only if she lives. But the thing is, Echo picked Vulcan. And Vulcan is one of the strongest counters to Freya because you can burst her instantly.
And the meatballs keep her from auto attacking, keep her from moving. You know, it's constant CC, and it's so annoying, and it keeps knocking you up. That's a huge problem against Freya because she has to be down doing her auto attacks to be disgusting. But that's the only thing with her. I mean, sometimes you have to get a Magi's on her because of that, and that's just one more item that's not damage or pen, which kind of really makes her a little less disgusting, but it's more survivable at that point. I don't know, Freya, if you can get Freya to late game, you can probably do a lot of damage. You just have to be very smart with your positioning with her. You have to make sure you're kind of in the back line, you know, waiting for your opportunity, waiting for this to happen, then kind of come in, poke. So you're not, you know, and make people come to you, because if they all aggress on you, you can just kind of ult out of it, let the rest of your team do a bunch of damage while you're dumping damage from the sky, and then come down and use your pulse and just dumpster people in a matter of seconds.
Well, that's where the bait comes in. So it's going to be execution based. Freya is going to be the target of contention.
Yeah, and that's exactly
in late game
what I
situation.
said. Early game in chat, I was like, you know, it's up to this game. Kind of revolves around Freya's skill, or you know, how Freya's performance this game really is the outcome, or especially for eggs or feed right now. They have a little bit of a lead right now, a 2K gold lead if you look at the charts, and a 2K or almost a 3K gold lead and a 2K XP lead. Not a ton, but 11 minutes in, it's decent. But they really need to start executing on this. We need to see Bastet being way more aggressive.
The thing is, it's kind of hard at this point to aggress as a Bastet because on Team Echo they have a lot of CC. But right now, Humats is going to aggress onto the left lane. This is exactly what we need. Rakugaku, guys, destroyed by Freya right there, and it looks like that Team Echo's changed his mind as he goes back out because Bastet is right here. Humats still has ultimate. Martha's in a really awkward position, but everybody's just going to jump out. So right now, this is going to be a 1-4-0.
Giannis maybe putting himself in a really bad position.
Coming in!
That was...
But he portals Braid, and Agni is going to dash, and Agni's going to lose all of his health. Humbats is going to drop the huge ultimate. Agni is taking a ton of damage. Agni is going to take a fall, but so is Oswald. Braid might be in some trouble right now as he gets bursted by the Jazz. Jazz falls into his own portal. This might have just killed him right here, but thing is, Geb got out alive, and look what's up. Gold Fury is up, and Bakasura is already making this rotation. So Geb needs to stay if they want to take the Gold Fury, but that's really risky, and Geb is just going to back. So no, he's not. He's going to try to stay. He needs to make a beeline to the Gold Fury. Everyone on Team Echo does, including
Geb doesn't even have Hog 3 right now, so you need to be careful. Gold Fury's sitting at 40%. He's not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, but neither does Sylvanas. Neither does Sylvanas. Sylvanas doesn't have Hog 3, so on her could just take in ulti and potentially get the Gold Fury. I mean, it's worth in every single situation to try for that.
Yeah, he really needs to. One death for one death for a potential Gold Fury like that really is worth it. I don't even think he necessarily would have died. He just could have been from a safe distance, ulted it, tried to just ult it and do that DPS right at the last second. No, okay, just runs away. You know, if you're safe about it.
I mean,
he has his pillar, he has his jump.
the problem is,
they just have a lot.
yeah, the problem is if he gets elevated or if he gets lifted by Freya and then Bakasura drops his ultimate down on her, he's not getting away with that. He bought a teleport. Wait, let's talk about Otter's build first.
What?
Teleport Aegis.
Oh. The Aegis,
I can't analyze that.
I can live with. Teleport. I mean, so
What?
if he's gonna have teleport, I don't want to see him ever not split pushing.
Alright, so the teleport is probably just to hope that they get to late game and to prevent Bastet from split pushing, but they have Jez Portal, so I'm not too sure what that is about.
I don't think it was
It's
that good of a
interesting.
call. I mean, we really need to see him pushing lanes because of that. So that way he can just push it, teleport to a ward somewhere else, and go to the team fight. That's something that needs to happen. Otherwise, we're going to see a lot of trouble there. We're seeing Echo just took that, but they didn't. There's still one minion in the blue. In solo lane, they left a minion, and that's their side. That's preventing. That's not necessarily a good idea when it's on your side like that to leave that. Ooh, and we're gonna see purple buff go down for. Eggs or Fee's gonna steal Team Echo's purple buff. Well, that's a nice thing to have for Freya. That helps.
My question to you is, why is Humbat's playing so scared? His team right now has the better team fight. They have the Geb ultimate. And right now, Hostile's gonna go down the mid. It gets bursted by the Bastet. It looks like Bastet didn't even use her cats on that. So I don't know what happened there. Perhaps over-aggression from Hostile going on low health. I didn't catch that. But the thing is, my question is, again, why is Humbat's playing so scared? They have the better team fight. They have a lot of peel.
Definitely.
They have a lot of damage. So why isn't he ganking?
I have no. We haven't seen gank in 5 minutes. At least I don't know. I haven't seen.
No, we haven't.
We haven't. I don't think I've actually seen him gank, initiate it, and aggress himself yet. Like that's not how you're supposed to play Hunbots. Hunbots is stupidly aggressive, and you need to just be right in there and like you gank early and you gank often with.
Alright, so the thing about Humbats is you want to be getting a kill every time your ultimate's up. And the thing is, especially against the Bastet, Humbats has a lot of abuse potential on the Bastet because she drops her cats, you drop your ult. Cats don't do anything, you just burst her down. Or force her beads out.
Yep.
But we're not seeing that right now, and I want to see more aggression. I want him going on this Freya. Freya only has level 1 beads, so if they can force it out with potentially abuse that. And I want to see. I mean, if you don't want to gank the Freya, gank middle. You have a Vulcan that can stand on the other side of the mid camp's wall and just throw his ultimate there with the Humbat's setup. So I expect more aggression. If we look at the graphs, Echo is down 6,700 experience, and right now, hold that thought, there might be a team fight going on right here. Vulcan is going to get aggressive. Vulcan is going to use his ult. Braid is going to take a lot of damage. So is the Agni. Agni goes down to Oswald right now. Bakasura is using his ultimate. Humbats looks like he's going to take a spill. Indeed, he will. So 1 for 1 so far. And the mid camp, I didn't see who that went to, but Bakasura is going to jump in aggressively, potentially looking for a kill, and he's going to pop his sprint right now. And that's going to be disengaged 1 for 1 all across the board. Humbats for Agni. Who does that favor in your eyes?
That favors Agni. Sure, he's already ahead. Like, if you're keeping Hunbots down, I mean, well, Hunbots is so behind now. A kill on him doesn't really get you much, but he's staying behind that much more because of it. Agni's already pretty farmed. I mean, he's already level 15. He's going to be doing quite a bit. I mean, but it was interesting to watch the Giannis in that. He ulted away, escaped, didn't do anything while Oswald got destroyed. And then he said, after Oswald died, he then went in and missed his abilities.
Just getting caught in the moment, like
yeah. But it was just interesting. There was no team call. I mean, there was just no communication there on their part to he needed to aggress, ulti early and on them, and then make sure you landed your abilities, or totally just get out. He could have gotten killed because of that. He is going to ult right lane right now. We're going to see him ulti over. They are looking to get this Bacchus right now. Bacchus and then maybe in a really bad place. Just going to jump.
Eggs or Feed needs to go for Gold Fury. Eggs or Feed needs to go for Gold Fury right now.
They're getting it right now.
is going to die.
Yep, that's
Bakasura is going to die, that's for sure.
There's 3 people in right.
Indeed.
A Gold Fury for a Bakasura. That's fair. But we do see Gebir coming in the back line, maybe looking for a steal. He's going to get stunned by Agni. He's just going to shield himself out, really hoping to go for it. I hope to see Eggs or Feed just turn and kill him instead of going for it. The pull in there with the cats. He is going to go down. The beads are still... He launched the beads. Marth's going to go down. Honor going to go down. Oswald getting a kill on Braid there as well. Maybe just looking for it. Team Echo does get
the Gold
Fury. Really nice plays there, getting a few kills as well. Let's see if Hunbots can get out. He can't. That meatball knocking him up, but Freya, whoop. Vulcan in a really bad position, but the pulse comes out. He's missing. Chunking him down too much. Squirts gets a double kill. Looking for a triple kill. Squirts gets a triple kill. Freya is going off the chain.
Clean up.
Yep, this is where Freya is going nuts. Now we're going to see mid tower fall because of that. That was a great play in Team Echo getting that Gold Fury, but they got burned because of it.
And honestly, the only reason Freya got this big was because Humbat's allowed her to.
Exactly.
If you kept pressuring her.
We've just seen Freya farm and farm and farm this whole game. And now because
you can't let that happen. She's level 19. She's level 19.
6-0 at 19 minutes in, level 19. That's a level per minute. That's not okay.
Crazy. That is not okay at all. But the good thing for Echo is they got the Gold Fury, but they took. I mean, they got wiped right there. They got deicide, so I'm not sure that's worth it.
No, it wasn't. They needed to
it wasn't.
Get the steal and then get away. Had they lost maybe 1 or 2, possibly even 3. I mean, you got to do what you can. 3 is really pushing it. But to get a deicide and 3 of those kills go to Freya, that is the worst possible scenario in that situation, because now, let's take a look at Freya's build. Already Hasten Fatalis, she has shoes online, she's got Demonic Grip online as well. We haven't even seen her back since they got that big deicide as well. So she's going to go back and get a whole nother item, most likely, a full item as well. What would you like to see Freya get next?
I mean, it's Meta's point. She's so far ahead. I want to see Obsidian Shard and just pushing down towers, because that's what Eggs or Feed can do really easily. They have Bastet, but the thing is, I want to talk about this on her right now. He hasn't really done anything. But the problem is he can't fight toe-to-toe against Freya because Freya already has a Hasten Fatalis, and he doesn't have a sprint to contest that with.
Right. And he has teleport, so, I mean...
his teleport choices.
It comes down to a few things. Bad call on the active. Hunbots, no presence in any lane, really. Hunbots hasn't really done anything aside for go for jungle buffs and leech waves. So that right there just puts him so far under Freya, and that's a huge problem because Freya's just got this huge lead on him. He can't even hardly defend this tower. This is 2 waves and the tower almost went down. Look at this huge rotation onto Freya, and Freya's just going to walk away easily. The Giannis ult is just a waste. We see it go over there as Geb rotates as well. Just not able to get anything, but Hunbots maybe trying to make a play here, but sees the Agni throw down the gas and just walks away because of it. Bastet maybe going to be in a bad position. Not quite. Just looking there. I mean, they're trying to force things here, but he just cannot.
Rotations had to be made this game by any team. I mean, to be fair, Bray didn't really make any rotation that did. But the thing is, I actually understand why the Bastet player wouldn't be making the rotations, because if you get Hunbats ulted, your cats first of all don't do anything, and you're gonna get bursted down because Hunbats can do a lot of damage, especially if he gets a crit on you. You're not living from that if you're Bastet.
Yeah, Oswald really needs to doing more. I mean, he's level 17 now. He has Jotuns, he has Rage. Not really sure on the Rage pickup there.
I prefer a Titan's Bane. I prefer a Titan's Bane.
Yeah, if you're gonna be that behind, you might as well just go for that straight power in that pen there. But you at least get the Deathbringer if you're gonna get a crit item. I mean, Deathbringer is great on him, but now he's building into Deathbringer. Well, so Oswald, really interesting, build item right there. We've seen Team Echo really have interesting build this whole game on a lot of their. I mean,
Vulcan is gonna get massively rotated right now. Bray is gonna come in. Vulcan might want to aggress on Bakasura, but who's getting aggressed onto right now? Vulcan's ultimate does no damage, and he just gets blown up by the Bastet and the combo. And now now. There's the fight's still going right now. Oswald's in the front. Hostile is in the front. Gets a one-man portal, but nothing's gonna come of that because he just back up. But Braid's beads are now forced out. They're level 1 beads, so they're gonna be down for another 170 seconds. And so far, it looks like Freya is just pushing in the mid, split pushing right now, while everybody else is grouping in the right lane. Marth might get picked off here. Marth is taking a lot of damage. If he ever gets rooted, then he is screwed. But the thing is, Agni is here laying down the bombs, but this is just a poke battle. In the meantime, Freya has taken the tower down half
Squirts is
health.
just taking mid lane easily. Gets kind of pinned by on her there, but easily just has to walk away. Squirt's just really dominating this game as Ragukaki just can't counter at this point. Hostile's been kind of doing some, but Hostile's so far behind at this point, level 16. We're already seeing Heijay games at 18. You do not want Agni to be ahead of you. Heijay is just really playing Agni well in the mid lane, really secure. He's been almost all the mid camps. Exerfeed has been really playing the mid camp game as well. They've been there every single time, either getting them or just contesting them or just straight up taking them on their own. You know, we've just seen a lot more teamwork out of Exerfeed. Team Echo really doesn't have as much, and we're going to see Squirts really aggress the Gold Fury here. But we see Team Echo decide, hey, let's not let them get this one as easily. At least they're all over there this time. But I'm afraid if Team Echo goes in, it's a bait, and they're just going to turn and burn. I don't think Exerfeed really cares about this Gold Fury at this point. They want to get kills so they can go Fire Giant or just keep chunking down objectives.
What I'm interested in right now is why Agni bought a Pythagorean's piece. Alright, so it gives 70 magic power, same as Chronos Pendant. It gives, hang on, there's going to be engagement right now. Marth is going to walk in, try to steal the Gold Fury, but no one's damaging the Gold Fury. Vulcan all is going to come in, misses everybody. Marth is in the front, but he doesn't have any follow-up at this point. Agni is in the backline, forcing out the Humbat's ultimate. Oh no, that's Freya. Freya's going to take to the sky right now. Rakugaiku is going to get taken down by Freya in the burst, and this teamfight is extremely Bakasura is in the front, chunking this gap down. Gap gets lifted, and so far, Humbat's jumped into the team, and that's why he's gonna take the spell right here. 3 players down on Team Echo right now. Team Exerfeed is looking to aggressive. Beautiful pull onto Hostile. Hostile forced to use the Beast Horse. Hostile is gonna get bursted down by Braid, the Bastet player, and Vulcan is the only one left alive for Echo. They might go for Fire Giant, but they're gonna take the safe play and back because Vulcan still does a ton of damage.
Yeah, if Sensei Seagull would have hit that, well, Freya maybe. Squirt's looking in a lot of trouble there with that meatball just chunking her down, has to walk away as well. But if Sensei Seagull had hit that ult onto that would have been great. And we're going to see the ult come out here from Sensei Seagull, but Squirts just walks a little bit away and just gets out of it. As we see a huge rotation by Exerfeed to go over to Fire Giant. It is started by Rejected God right now. We're going to see them just chunk that down really fast. Squirts is just doesn't even have to be there for that roly-poly with the just healing everyone right back up, and that's an easy Fire Giant there for Exerfeed. This is looking really bad for Team Echo. They really need to just win a fight under Phoenix in order to even farm enough to come back. We're seeing a 17k XP difference and a just under 10k gold difference. We're going to see Exerfeed go right for this Gold Fury and just make sure that gold difference goes up even higher. This is just getting out of hand.
This comeback is going to be extremely hard. The only way they do it is if Gev goes in somehow. He doesn't have a blink. He got a weakening curse for Sylvanas heals, but the thing is, Sylvanas doesn't even heal that much. The Wisps has a really long cooldown. Right now, Hostile's gonna get aggressive onto Hostile's gonna get bursted down by the Cats plus the Agni combo, and now Humbats might be in some trouble. Humbats is getting chased by Cats, but he's gonna get out alive right now. But I was saying, the comeback mechanic is gonna be Gib somehow getting in the front, forcing out a couple of beads, like right there, he could have forced out beads with his ultimate, and then Humbats is gonna come in with his ultimate. Fear No Vivo, followed by the Earthshaker from Vulcan, and I don't know if they have enough damage because.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Squirt
is pushing
tier
left.
2 left, unopposed, no one there to even do anything about it. Sylvanas is going to go in and ult, where he's going to see Agumon coming down on her in a really bad position. Heijay Ames going to take down Ragukage. Great roly-poly kill, just grabs Marth right there. Bastet's looking in a bad position there. Vulcan just chunking her down. The only person we're seeing survive here is Sensei. Just get out and
take a spell.
Oh, he is going to go. Rejected God finally jumps in and takes down the Sensei Seagull. Just going to take down tier 2, while Squirts easily takes down the left Phoenix with that wave there. This is probably over here for Team Echo. They have no one up at the moment. Everyone on at least a 10-second, if not more. cooldown time. There's
How
two Phoenixes.
is Freya split pushing? Freya is one of the worst 80 carries when it comes to split pushing because she doesn't do any damage to objectives without any penetration because she doesn't usually get Obsidian Shard that quickly. You want to get the spear first. But she's just been taking out all these towers, not even going to fights. But the thing is, Extra Feet doesn't even need her in the fights.
Yeah,
because
definitely not.
they have a lot of damage.
And that's really bad because Freya should be the one that's dumping most of the damage anyway, but between HeyJ and Braid, like, we're seeing tons of damage, not including Rejected God on there on Bakasura, just able to come in the back line and easily knock people down with the ult, especially just to silence people and down. They have so much chase potential between. I mean, they're so mobile. Eggs are feed. They all have some form of mobility. Obviously, mine. Honest, but it's just they're so fast. They can't get away. Team Echo doesn't know what to do. They're dead before they can even say attack or get away. They just get exploded between Agni bombs and Bastet jumping in there and throwing down cats.
Indeed, and the comeback is going to be extremely hard for Team Echo right now. They don't have the better late game. Well, I mean, it's going to depend on execution, but the thing is, everybody on Team Extra Feed, well, pretty much everybody on Team Extra Feed has beads or an escape mechanism. Agni even bought a combat bling just to be extra safe there, but he could have gone for Girdle and done even more damage. At this point, I don't think it even matters.
No,
he could be bursting people down with a Girdle. But
I mean, if you want to be extra scummy, sure. We're gonna see them. We're gonna see Exerfeed push down the right lane right now. Nice pull there by Sylvanas, but no one to really follow up with. Just kind of pressuring him, just saying, "Hey, look what I can do. I can." Oh, but that Soul Reaver gonna proc on Sylvanas, doing a nice little chunk of damage there. Too bad there's gonna be 0 follow up, and the Wisps are gonna heal all that right back up. Anyway, this is a 4-man rotation.
I don't know if Echo can defend this.
No, I don't think so.
Vulcan Ultimate is going to come out. It's only going to hit really poorly. That's probably the least important target of the team. And as we see right now, Team Echo is just making a retrieve from the Phoenix. Combat isn't even in this fight. He has to defend the Titan against fire minions right now. But Hamas is extremely important in this fight. And right now it's just going to be a poke battle. But I expect Extra Feet to dive them really soon. Roly Poly has the blink up, has the ultimate up, but they're not going for it right now, playing it safe.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to go in here with this next wave. They just want to go, or they're just going to go right now. Sylvanas going to go in there. They're just focusing that Phoenix right now. It's just getting chunked down with Bakasura and Frey just poking at it so hard. Bastet in the back just looking for kills.
Look at Frey!
Ooh, Frey going to take down Sensei Seagull with the cats, barely just getting him down before he gets to the fountain. That was so close. And this is looking like the last little bit here. We're going to see the Hunbot's ultimate come out, but going to have no execution on her ult going to come out as well. Just no kills. Yeah, with the curse come out, Yana's going to hit the ult on the Braid, but Braid just walks away. This is a nice fight for Team Echo as minions just chunk down their Titan. They push them out of their base, but they're just going to heal up and back off. And
Winions.
Yeah, Winions are going to start tanking this down. It does reset and go back to 83%, but we're going to see them go Fire Giant.
And this is probably the correct play. I mean, if you throw the game off of this Fire Giant push, I mean, it's going to be really hard if you look at the graphs. They're up 20,000 gold, 25,000 experience. It's going to be really hard to throw the game at this point. And the only way I see that happening is if they 5-man fountain dive.
Even then, they have all their towers. Yeah, they have all their towers up. Granted, the tier 1s are half health, but that's still something they have to get through. I don't think Team Echo has any chance of winning this game at this point. This is going to be the last push right here. It's Eggs or Feed has the Fire Giant. It's going to be over probably before 35 minutes in.
Oh, Vulcan Ultimate is going to come out, but doesn't even hit anybody. Well, it hits Bakasura, but he's going to heal it
pretty good,
all the way up.
Between Fire Giant and Wisp, he's going to easily do it. Vulcan going down. Squirt's just going to chunk him down. Going to look to kill on her as well here. I'd rather just see him focus this Titan. Oswald going to get killed in the backline by Rejected God. Cats are going to come out and go on to all the people. They're just going to go for the Titan. Titan's at 15%, 10%, and this is going to be game 1 for Eggs or Feed.